What's happening, peeps? What's happening? It's Carlton Lewis. It's gonna let this build up just a little bit. And Facebook is building an audience for me. They just put this message up here. And I wonder if this thing can do this, go this way with it. I don't know. Maybe not. Let's see. I'll go back to the regular way. Maybe you have to have a desk cam to do that. Somebody can fill me in on that. That'll be great. But hey, Gene, what's happening, Gene? How you doing, my man? Peace. What's happening? Glad you're checking in. Who else out there? I see somebody looking, but they're not saying anything, and that's all right. People look and they don't say anything. That's cool. Girleen, what's happening? K-Baby, what's happening? Yo, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing jumped off, because I'm kind of fired up today. I'm really fired up today, y'all. Today I'm going to talk about getting out of your comfort zone. And a lot of times, you know, the thing that you're really looking for is found at the other end of your comfort zone. You know, once you just get about that, I just got a notification from Uber. I should have put my do not disturb on. Just got a notification from Uber. We got a big game tomorrow, the Atlanta Braves home opener. So that's a good money-making opportunity for Uber drivers. All right, it's been a lot of money out there. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about getting out of the comfort zone. And, you know, if you get out of your comfort zone, you can increase your chances of success. There's a definition of insanity that's, if you continue to doing the same thing and expect a different result, that is the definition of insanity. So, I mean, if you're not liking the results that you're getting with what's going on in your life, then you got to change something. You know, I talked about yesterday, I gave some bonus tips yesterday at the end of my Facebook Live. And, you know, one of those bonus tips was how I was not afraid to change what I was doing. And those bonus tips came from my friend Dustin Wisnowski, and he was talking about being adaptable. You got to be adaptable. And when you're in your comfort zone, you're not being adaptable. You know, it's so funny because I'll tell people I don't really like to be comfortable, because when you get comfortable, you start getting sleepy. You get, you know, complacent. And when you get complacent, you get sleepy. And when you get sleepy, somebody can come up and, you know, do something to you. You miss out on opportunities. How about that? Not necessarily somebody has to do something to you, but you miss out on opportunities that you would have otherwise been prepared for if you were conscious and awake. All right. So, and yes, thank you, K-Baby, for sharing this. Please, y'all, share this with your friends, because if you care about your friends, you give them some of this good information, because I know you all know somebody, if not you yourself, that's stuck in your comfort zone. Case in point, I talked about yesterday, the end of my Facebook Live, I talked about how I had to change something. I had to be adaptable. You know, I had to get out of my comfort zone. I was used to going to the airport to pick up runs, and I had stopped doing certain things that I had been doing, you know, to generate money, and I gotten real comfortable. Well, that comfort, you know, really messed me up. You know, it really messed me up, and I'll say that as far as in terms of generating income and how I spend my time. You know, one of my themes for doing ride sharing, my blog, ridesharedrivingtips.com, one of my themes is to earn more and drive less. I don't want to drive more and earn less. That's backwards. So when that starts happening, I have to look at things and question, what am I doing? You know, what am I assuming? You know, and I assumed a couple of days ago that, you know, that I would make a certain amount of money by doing what everybody else was doing. And it didn't work. It didn't work out like that. And I got frustrated. You know, I didn't even start my day right yesterday. I talked about that yesterday on my, the day before yesterday. I didn't even start my day off right. I usually get up and just be still for a few minutes, you know, and just be in silence, be one with my creator. You know, in the morning, I start that early in the morning. And then I start at a certain area of town. You know, I know to do this, and I've gotten real lazy. I got real lazy, y'all. Real lazy, for real. That's what it was. I got real comfortable. And yesterday, I got so comfortable. Yesterday I had gotten so comfortable at the end of that day, and this was Tuesday. This was Tuesday. Yesterday was Wednesday. Today is Thursday. I had gotten so comfortable that I was uncomfortable. All right, I was uncomfortable with my results. I was not happy. It took me 11 hours to make what I would usually make sometimes in about 4 or 5 hours. And I couldn't blame anybody. That's another leadership thing. I couldn't blame anybody for my decisions. I was responsible for what I had done. I was responsible. Carlton, okay? Probably, I know I hit the mic. But, so what I did yesterday, I decided to change up some stuff. Some of my friends, gave them a shout out yesterday. I'll give them a shout out again today. Big up Dre in Orlando. They had a conversation about some of the things that could be changed. And they weren't talking directly to me. Well, yes, they were. Yeah, they were talking directly to me. So I decided to change it. Because I was like, I heard them say one thing, something that I used to do. And I had stopped doing that because I got comfortable with a system. And sometimes you got to change the system. You got to tweak it. And I basically duplicated the result, the better result of making the same amount of money in like 4 or 5 hours. I duplicated that again today. So you got to get uncomfortable. You got to get uncomfortable. Don't be afraid to change something, do something different. Like in Uber, for those people who are not Uber drivers, we have what's called the surge. That means that's high demand time. All right. So I see this high demand in the middle of Atlanta, in downtown Atlanta. Usually I don't even bother that because, I have my little system. I'm going to work my system and I'm used to doing things a certain way. Well, I decided to change that this morning. All right. I got out of my comfort zone again this morning. OK, and I said, let me go down here and check this out. And I got a good ride, a high demand ride with a high what's called a surge rate, increased rate. All right. And if you want to make money in this Uber game, you really want to drive when there are increased rates. OK, so that started my morning off, me being out of my comfort zone and saying, I'm just going to take a chance to just go down here and see what happens. So don't be afraid to be comfortable. Get out of your comfort zone. You will increase your success by getting out of your comfort zone. All right. Sometimes we're in our comfort zone because of fear. But what is fear? False evidence that appears real. OK, so it's usually in your mind. You think something's going to happen bad. Most of the time it's in your mind. 90% of it is in your mind. So we just got to get out of our comfort zone. All right. So I hope you got some value out of this. If you did, leave a comment below. I appreciate everybody tuning in to this Facebook Live. Once again, this has been Carlton Lewis, a.k.a. Mellow Melanin, a.k.a. Mega Businessman, coming to you with RideshareDrivingTips.com. All right. So my people out there, you're on the road. Be safe. Those who are not driving, still be safe. And if you got any questions, you want to learn how to make more money driving less, if you're doing Uber or Lyft, hit me up. I'll send you my special link. All right? Peace.